Hi guys, it's Chris from Defy the Ocean. Back again, with another reaction, another one. And today we're listening to Sleep Token. The song is The Offering. Once again, I don't know anything about these guys. I like going in blind. It keeps me on my toes, and it gives you a raw, honest reaction, which is, yeah, well, I guess it's a double-edged sword, isn't it? Because if this is your favourite band, if this is your favourite song, then I might end up ripping into it. But hopefully, and I'm hoping that I do really enjoy it. So, Sleep Token, The Offering. Let's bring it up. I may pause a few times. Quite a long song, 6 minutes. But yeah, I will stop in between to give you my thoughts. So, let's go. Quality. I like the introduction. Loving the soundscape. There are aspects of the mix that are bothering me already. Find it's just a little bit bassy. It's kind of getting in the way of the drums. I don't know, I find this a lot. I find music where it's obviously being played by very down-tuned guitars. You have this kind of... It's very easy to fall into this trap of ending up with a really bassy mix and it kind of enveloping everything. Hopefully it won't stay that way, but let's see.
You are a garden entwined with all, you are the silence.
Interesting voice.
On sacred shores, you've got diamonds.
It's a bit poppy though, his delivery. It's quite poppy.
Take a bite of me just once. I want to turn the page once again. Take a bite.
Very interesting clash of styles at the moment.
This is again an offering.
I feel like he's overdoing it. He's overdoing it a bit with the vocals. It's a bit ridiculous. Sorry.
A sacrifice in your name, but I know you've got a taste, so just take a bite of me. Turn the page once
I have to say that I'm getting some Michael Lessard vibes from the vocals of The Contortionist. I feel like one thing that Michael Lessard does is he uses some of the vocal elements that this guy is using here, but he does them with a lot more refinement and he does them with a lot more class, it feels like. And he's a bit more judicious in his application of those vocal stylings. Whereas here, I feel like the guy is just... he's overdoing it. He's, as we might say in England, he's over egging the pudding. He's trying to create, and obviously it's a very difficult thing to say, having just heard half of a single track of theirs. But there's various affectations that he's putting on his voice, in terms of almost like the accent in which he's delivering it, the way that he's shaping his vowels, the trills and the the runs that he's doing at the end of lines, and the way that he's squeezing his voice into almost a squeak in some instances. It feels a little unnecessary. He has a lovely voice as it stands. I don't think he needs all those affectations. And, at the beginning I said, we hear a lot of that kind of sounded like he almost had a pop vocal to it. And that's one of the things that you hear in pop music, is that there is almost this accent that people put on for singing pop music. It's a very strange thing. And also a way of pronouncing vowels that changes. I'll see if I can find an example later. I haven't heard him do it yet, but I'll give you an example later. There was just too much, messing around with the notes. It could have been much more effective if it was just like, oh, instead he was going, oh, like that. There was a bit more movement around the notes, and it just didn't feel as powerful as it could have done, given the section, given the, the enormity of the section that we're being presented with, right? Not knowing this band, this section feels like it doesn't really belong in the song. It's enjoyable, I'm enjoying it. And I imagine some of their other songs actually lean a bit more in this direction, but given where this song has taken me so far, I don't feel like it necessarily fits. Nice drum work. I feel that the drums are not being given enough space in the mix. They don't feel as alive as they should. I think it's holding the track back somewhat. It could be that the high frequencies in my ears are just shot right now. Interesting. Yeah, I think I stand by what I said. I feel like the reaction videos I've done today have had quite a lot of negatives, but I mean, it's one of the things that I'm trying to do is be, I don't want to necessarily be someone who's just going to talk about the good stuff. I like to critique stuff, and I like to dig in and not only understand why something might not be working, not just recognize that something isn't working for me, but understand why that something isn't working for me. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy that. Hopefully you enjoyed my reaction. I'd be curious, like I may have mentioned, to give these guys another chance. I'd be interested to hear whether or not this track is the usual thing that we could expect from a Sleep Token track, because it feels to me, and I may be wrong, but it feels to me like this could be a bit of an outlier in terms of where their music usually sits. I feel like they may actually tend towards a bit more of the djenty sound that we heard in the outro, rather than what we heard in the majority of the track. Feel free to let me know if I'm on the money or if I'm completely wrong. Yeah, I think for me, both one of the most interesting and one of the most disappointing aspects for me was the vocals. I felt like the guy has a great vocal tone, but some of the decisions that he was making in the delivery of some of the vocals here was not right for me. I felt like he could have been a bit more restrained, and it would have served the song more effectively. I think that's where I stand with it. Again, I found the mix to be somewhat muddy. Those low-tuned guitars and bass getting in the way of some of the drums. I felt like the drums weren't necessarily airy enough. They weren't punchy enough. And the vocals in some of the heavier sections were not necessarily prominent enough. And it may be just a matter of YouTube messing with the audio to the point where I'm not really hearing it as the artist intended, and I hope that is the case. But yeah, that's my initial feeling after having watched it here. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed my reaction. If you did, if you'd like to hear some more from me, if you'd like to recommend something, or just chat to me and tell me what an unconscionable ball breaker I am, and how that I've shat on your favourite band, hop on the Discord and we can duke it out, so to speak, in online terms. And yeah, I will be back again, I'm sure, with another reaction video very soon. Until then, like, subscribe, do all that stuff, and I will catch you very soon. Have a lovely day.